Alright guys, so welcome back to a new video. Right now I'm just trying to make a few potions. That's what we're going to be getting into today, and to see how it goes. Now I could make potion from me playing around earlier very simply. I could do something like scaling this in, I believe. Well, I'll give you a second. Scaling this in. I could do this. I could insect the face. Maybe a little bit more. It's too much of me. Like that. I could extrude upwards with like a little neck, something very simple. And then I could insect again and extrude upwards, and then scale this outwards to give it like a little bit of a cork look. And I could call this done. I could even alt click this and maybe control bevel it, give it a little more roundness, and I could call this done, honestly. But I kind of want to get into doing it a little bit more. Like I could probably even bevel this or whatever, like just to see what it looks like. But getting mainly into it, basically we could do this, but a little bit more detailed if you guys want to see that. So that's probably what we're going to be jumping into. Maybe even like giving this a material, or so to speak. But this just a quick example. We're going to go through one just a little bit more detailed, or at least try to. At least this is me freeforming it. So we'll see how this goes. So this is our first one, right? Yep. That one's pretty. It's not a bad potion bottle. I mean, it's just very plain. So I could try to make, some kind of weirdly shaped bottle. Why not? Let's go into object mode, add a few loop guts. So why not? I don't think we're gonna need any on the sides. We're gonna stick here. Going to bring this one in again. Maybe even see what some of these do. Wrong key, by the way. A little bit of a weirdness to it, and then scale this one in. Have like this very weird looking bottle. Shoot it up. Oh, actually, let me fucking insect this again. A little too thin, or too thick, I mean. All right. So it's a pretty weird looking bottle. Actually, kind of looks like a bell. Honestly, if I was to extrude it upwards like this, maybe even insert it a little bit like this, be a little bell. Ding ding ding. So yeah, we're gonna bring that back, take that away, and just leave this shape for now. It's not the best. Like I said, I'm freeforming, just showing you guys what you can do. You can insect this if you want to give it a little opening, and then bring this inwards. Inwards, right here, so to speak. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you get the gist. We can even bevel the mouthpiece like this, bevel the edges again, just to give it some kind of character or whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can do whatever you want, really. Up into object mode, add a cube, scale it down. All right, let's go to 7. It'll look pretty good. You make sure that's lined up about right here. As far as going down, right here. And then I can also round off the cork. I'm just gonna, because for some reason my alt click wasn't working, but you could also bevel this one if you wanted to. It's a tiny bit, and you got somewhat of a little bit better looking, bottle. These are like freeform shapes. Like I said, you can do whatever you want with it. I might actually even change this one up a little bit, just because. But yeah, this is all entirely like whatever you want the shape, especially when it comes to potions. In my opinion, this is all what you want it to look like. So just have fun, do whatever you need to do, and just get it done. So right here, I'm thinking that we could do something a little bit different, maybe not too crazy, but okay, let me get right, guys. Let me get right. Hold on. So this could actually switch it up a little bit. I didn't like how that was looking, and it's very, very squared at the bottom. So let's take this, Control B, I'll click there, and I guess it was the same thing. It doesn't really matter. A little bit better, but you get the gist. You can make a bunch of shapes off of this if you wanted to. Go into the shader, even add like a little LUT. I said a LUT. See, this is where my videography stuff comes into play. But you can add a little texture to it. I have a texture I found on Google that we can use for this. It's a little texture map, especially for gradient texturing, because that's what I've been doing a lot recently. God, I really want to progress, but I don't know what kind of stuff I want to make. Well, I do know some stuff, but I don't know. I want to have like a really good roadmap to like actually make it stuff, but this could just be me holding myself back. But anyways, to the video, we're going to do some UVing right now, mapping, putting this to like whatever color I want this to be on. Let's go for like this purple color on the bottle. All right, and then make this come down a little bit, and boom. Oh, well, we're missing a little bit of the pieces. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now it's looking a lot better. Could probably get even more detailed by adding more parts to it or whatever. But as far as this, you know, you can just do something simple. We switch back to object mode. Click this, and just add a new material, and you can just make this. Doesn't fucking match, but you know, you can make this a brown color. It'd work pretty fine. And there you have it. Like, I mean, this looks like a pretty decent potion. And you can do that. You can do the extrude version that I did, try to make different shapes, or you can just mess around with the actual points and add different pieces to it. You know, just depends on how detailed you want to make it or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about. I can make some more different designs, but I think this is good for now. Just wanted to make a little short video for you guys, just to keep it updated. Doing one video a week, trying to get better at, you know, thinking of ideas that people would want to watch, while also like constantly staying to like a, you know, a schedule, pretty much, basically. So like I said, thank you guys for watching. This is super simple. Anybody could probably do this, but hey, in case you didn't, there you go. And as always, have a good one. Stay safe.